All right, guys, it is a beautiful day today. I'm at Buc-ee's in Sevierville. 2024 Chevrolet 3.0 Duramax Diesel. Now, I made a video in the past about my Duramax Diesel, and a lot of people really were excited about the fuel mileage that I'm getting out of this truck. I'm going to top it off and then drive back to Knoxville, which is about 40 miles away. So let's go ahead and top it off. See if we can get a little bit more in it. All right, that's it. No more is going in there. If it's your first time coming to the channel, my name is Tall, and this is YouTube channel Traveling Tall, and the channel is about motorcycles, test rides, tutorials, product reviews, and traveling. And today, we're switching up things a little bit, because every now and then I'll throw some truck stuff in. We're talking about trucks. The best truck on the planet, in my opinion, the best motor for a truck on the planet is that 3.0 Chevrolet Duramax. We're going to be talking about towing. We're going to be talking about fuel mileage. We're going to talk about features. We're going to talk about a lot of things as I get down the road with this Duramax and do this fuel mileage test. And the main focus of this video is comparing this 3.0 Chevrolet Duramax Diesel to the Chevrolet electric truck and the Tesla electric truck, and why I think that this 3.0 Duramax is a better choice than any electric truck. So right now, let's get the navigation going, get back to Knoxville, and have a conversation. Let's go.
Back down like my mule, roads clear, tank full, kick back with my feet up. I twist back and I speed up. Left lane, pipes full, move fast but it's got more. Clear skies. Thank you, Lord, I'm gliding. Perfect day for riding. 500 in front of me and I'm right here where I want to be. It's a beautiful day and I thank God for it all. I'm traveling tall.
2025 HEV. You just got this vehicle, right?
This is for my wife. We put a red bow on it. It surprised her during lunch.
Look at this, guys. Big old screen, panoramic, roof. That's nice. That's super nice. I like that.
It does 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds. It's got 850 horsepower.
What do you get out of a full charge?
About 358 miles.
Do you plan on doing any towing with it at all?
It can tow up to 10,000 pounds. This is her dream vehicle right here.
But she has good taste. It's beautiful. How long does it take you to charge this?
About an hour and a half.
What kind of Tesla is this?
It's a 24 Model 3.
How many miles do you get out of a full charge?
Out of a full charge, about 358-ish.
And how long does it take to charge it?
On average, about 20 minutes. That's to bring it up, so yeah, I'd say at about 80%.
So what does it cost to charge this vehicle?
So this trip was $16, and that was to bring it from 25% to 85%.
It says I have 513 miles in the reserve.
Continue straight, then turn left. Use the left 2 lanes to take the I-40 West ramp.
So I do a whole lot of traveling. Like, for instance, I go to Dallas a lot, and Dallas is a little bit over 800 miles away. If I'm traveling in this truck, I know that I have to get diesel one time. It takes me to fill up this truck from an eighth a tank of gas up to full, 5-6 minutes. It's about 11 to 12 hours drive to get to Dallas from Knoxville. So time is what is precious and valuable to me. I don't have time to stop and let it charge for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour to get a full charge out of a vehicle. Number 2, I tow. So if I have to tow my motorcycles, and I do sometimes, I tow my motorcycles to motorcycle shows. My camper weighs about 4,000 pounds. If you put stuff in it, about 4,500 pounds. The motorcycle, the Harley, is about 900 pounds. So I'll put a 900 pound motorcycle in there. Let's just say I'm towing around 7,000 pounds, which is not even close, but just say 7,000 pounds. When I'm towing all that, my fuel mileage cuts down pretty dramatically. So I'm getting on the worst, probably 13 miles to the gallon, but I still can run 300 miles on a tank, over 300 miles on a tank. And if I pull into a place, fill it up, 10 minutes later, I'm gone. The time, because usually if I'm towing my motorcycles, I'm going a long distance, 800, 900, 1,000 miles across the country to get to my destination. When you're towing with the electric vehicle, If you look at some of the videos, I've seen people only getting 100 miles out of a full charge when they're towing. For instance, the Cybertruck, only getting 100 miles out of a full charge, or 100, just a little bit over 100 miles out of a full charge. I live in Knoxville. If I'm going to Memphis, I would have to stop and charge 3 times if I started with a full charge. 3 times to get to Memphis. If I'm towing something, that's not going to work for me. I can't stop and sit in the car waiting for it to fully charge in order to go just 400 miles across the state. When you're charging, also, they haven't made these charging stations with people that are towing in mind. Most of them are you pull in straight, just like the ones back there at Buc-ee's, you pull in straight and you don't have a place to put a trailer. If you are towing with a trailer, you would have to pull in and then kind of turn sideways and take up more than a couple charging stations for that. So it just wouldn't work for me. Now let's go back to the Tesla a little bit. Tesla, they have autonomous driving, which is awesome, right? But as you can see, I'm holding the camera with this hand and I'm talking, moving my hands here, because this truck has autonomous driving. This is Super Cruise. GM has Super Cruise. I use it way more than I ever thought that I would use it. But what's the cool thing about Super Cruise is, now I'm not sure about the Tesla, with Chevrolet or GM models to have Super Cruise, you can tow with Super Cruise. So even when I'm towing with the camper, I'm hands-free. So I'm not gaining anything from going with the Tesla. And the Chevrolet truck, the electric Chevrolet truck, it has autonomous driving itself and has the same features. But the downside to that one is really uses a lot of battery life when you're towing. The range is so short. I think it's a little bit better than the Tesla, but the range is so short, it's not going to do me any good. Look at this. That's automatic lane change. Does it by itself. Now, that guy's Hummer had the same thing, had a Super Cruise and all that, and it has all the same features that this has. He can tow using Super Cruise and all that. And it also had, I like his suspension, he said lifts up. Oh, that's cool. A couple things that they have that I don't have. They have where the rear wheels steer. Do you know that back in 2005, GM had a Denali that had rear steer? GM has always had more technology, so much more technology than people give them credit for. But they didn't advertise, they don't really advertise things like that. Now, the only thing that the Cybertruck and the other electric vehicles can do that just flat out smokes this truck is performance. But I have to say that's kind of questionable too when I say this. When you step on the gas pedal on a Cybertruck, it can go a quarter mile in some stupid fast, like ridiculously fast quarter mile time. However, when you do that, you drain your battery like 20%. You'll have 80%. If you had a full charge, running a quarter mile as fast as you can in a Cybertruck, it takes your battery down to 80%. That's a lot. That's a lot. 20% is a lot to lose just for a fast quarter mile run.
There are police reported ahead.
But with all that being said, I do think there's a market for the electric truck. So who is it for, in my opinion? I think it's for someone who's not going to go on long trips, for someone who might have a boat that just needs to take the boat to the lake, maybe 20, 30 miles away, someone who has a landscaping company and needs to haul a trailer for that, or someone who has a delivery service that just needs the extra space for the pickup. That's what I think an electric truck is good for, or making deliveries or whatever just around town. I can see having an electric truck. If you're doing anything long distance, if you're towing something more than 100 miles, it's definitely not the one. It wouldn't be for me. Do they look good? Some people don't like the way the Cybertruck looks. I would not buy it, but I do like that it's unique. Now we're in traffic, and Super Cruise works in traffic too. It will go all the way down to a stop. I think we're getting all the way down to a stop. Are we going to stop? Nope, not yet. Okay, so we came to a stop now. Yeah, this is definitely going to mess up my miles per gallon, but it's all right. This is a real test. It's what it's about, right? So I'm still going to do it. We'll see what it is when I get there. Because this is what people go through. They go through day-to-day driving. You're not always going to be on the interstate where it's wide open and you can, I mean, that's rare to be on the interstate where it's wide open. You can just cruise at 75 miles per hour down the interstate the whole time. And it looks like we're going to be in traffic for a little bit longer. Look at all that. I couldn't do what I'm doing in an electric truck. Well, I could, but it would be a lot more frustrating when I'm sitting around waiting for it to charge. And especially on trips where I'm going 900 miles, I can't, and towing, I can't sit there that long just to get another 100 something miles out of it. That's definitely not gonna work. That's not gonna work for me. All right, guys, so we only got 11 more miles. It says 12 minutes to get there. The only downside for this 3.0 Duramax is when you're towing with it, it drinks DEF. If you don't know what DEF is, that's diesel exhaust fluid, and it drinks that stuff. It has a 5-gallon DEF tank, and I have to, I would say probably about every 350 miles, have to put diesel exhaust fluid back in it. So it really does. It drinks it when you're towing. If you're not towing, the diesel exhaust fluid lasts thousands of miles. And the maintenance of these trucks, regular oil change, 6,000 or 7,000 miles, depending on when the oil light tells you time to change it. You'll have your oil life gauge, and most of the time I'll change mine, even though I know they said you can run it past 10%. I like to change mine a little bit under 20. And then the fuel filter is something that you have a diesel, you have to change the fuel filter out. And I've never changed the fuel filter in this truck yet. And it has 11,000 miles. Oh, and it's not expensive at all, even to do that. So the DEF is not expensive, and the fuel filter is not expensive either. And the DEF situation, which they have it in a lot of gas stations now, I like getting it from truck stops, I like getting it from Buc-ee's. And if I have to, I'll buy it from a gas station out of the box, which is a little bit more expensive when you buy it that way. As far as the sound and noise that the diesels used to have, listen, can you hear anything? No, it's not loud anymore. It's quiet, so it's a good design. All right, so we're not far from where we're going now. We're 4.8 miles away. We're gonna get some diesel, top it off, and see what we used. Got stuck in stop and go traffic, so I'm sure it's not going to be as good as it could have been. I went 38 miles because it was just a little bit further to that Casey's. So I went 38 miles and I put in 1.49 gallons, and that total, what I'm getting miles per gallon, is 25.5 miles per gallon. And you saw how it was. It wasn't like I was just cruising at 60 miles per hour the whole time. I got in stop and go traffic and all that stuff. So that's still not bad. 25.5 miles per gallon. A truck that has a full-size bed, and for a truck that can tow, that's why I think it's a good truck. I think that it is one of the best trucks you can buy right now for the 2024-2025 model year. And there's no hate against all the electric vehicles. I think they're good. When it comes to me, I can't use them. I can't use them for how I use a truck. So I'm gonna end this video here. Guys, if you enjoy these videos, let me know, and I'll make some more about this truck. All right, guys, I wanna thank you for watching. If you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. For the motorcycle riders, there will be way more motorcycle content coming out really soon. The next video will be a motorcycle video. So guys, again, thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. Keep gliding, and as always, have a blessed day.